welcome to the recap of the 2018 General Legislative Session. I am Senator Jake Anderegg. I am really glad the session is over. I mean, from the standpoint that it is fun and it's a lot of work, and it's been about 4 days since the session ended, and now I've actually been able to get some sleep, so things are good. It's been a very, very busy session. Last year, I think we opened up right around 1,290 some odd bill files. This year, we opened up 100 more, 1,390 something bill files. But the reality is, we only heard about 820, 21 or something like that were actually released and read in on the floor. And of that, we actually passed one bill less than last year. We passed 534 instead of 535 from last year. So it just goes to show you that bill file openings don't always equate to more bills being run. So, but one bill, yeah, we did about the same work. So if I had to sum up the entire legislative session into 2 or 3 big things that we accomplished, the first thing I would say would be tax reform. So with tax reform, one of the big things we did was stabilize some of the revenue sources that the state has, the taxing sources that the state has. One of the biggest issues that we had was, about 13 years ago, we lowered the state income tax from 6% down to 5%, which was big. That was really, really big in the state. But the problem was it kind of left us a little short on education funding. So over the last 6 years since I've been in the legislature, we've actually pulled out over $100 million typically from the general fund to cover aspects of education. So the tax reform was really done in order to stabilize that. We had Senate Bill 145, which was the school funding equalization revisions bill, Senator Fillmore. We also had House Bill 293, which was the tax rebalancing reform bill. That was I think it was Brad Last that ran that bill. We also had the House Joint Resolution 20 in companionship with House Bill 491. These were Representative Edwards' bills. This was the bill that was taking the Our Schools Now initiative off the table with the rebalancing that happened in the other 2 bills. But we are sending a question to the ballot to say, hey, would you be okay with a 10-cent gas increase to go to cover education? So, but it's non-binding. It's just kind of a public survey. So with the tax reform, we really kind of stopped the bleeding in the general fund. We've fixed the problem in the education fund and now the general fund, which has been shrinking because of the basically gas taxes value has been shrinking. So now that those have been repaired, if you will, we won't be passing, I don't think, very many more tax increase bills for another 10 to 12 years like we did last time. I'd say secondarily, of all the things that we did up here, transportation governance with respect to transit was the big item of the day, the things that we did. So you had Senate Bill 136, which was the Transportation Governance Restructuring Amendments Bill, Senator Harper, and in addition to that, Senate Bill 139, which was the Public-Private Partnership Authorization Bill, which basically allows for competition to transit within the state. Those were both really big bills. In addition to that, Senate Bill 234, which was the Utah Inland Port Authority bill, which is a little controversial. Yes, a lot of people in the news are saying this might be one of those bills the governor vetoes. I don't know. I think, quite literally, I think he was probably in favor of it, but we'll see. And then my bills. So the last thing is I passed 6 bills, 8 bills plus, with the 2 that Senator Harper ran that I helped with, 8 bills total, but 6 of my own. It was a good, productive year. We got a lot done. My bills were the Emergency Vehicle Operator Bill, Senate Bill 66, Technology Summits Bill, Senate Bill 146, Municipal Licensing Bill, Senate Bill 158, Public School Disciplinary Action Amendments Bill, Senate Bill 198, Senate Bill 207, this was the Student Data Revisor Bill, and then House Joint Resolution 14, which was the International Trade and Relations Bill. So it was a busy session. We got a lot done. It's nice now to have it finished, and I would say until next session, your property and your lives are no longer in danger. So it's been good to be up here and to serve you. I've done my best to keep you informed and to reach out to my constituents and help them know what's going on. I really appreciate all the feedback and input that I've received. If you have any questions whatsoever and you want to discuss how I voted on anything, on my website, jacobandregg.com, my constituent services website, you'll be able to see how I voted on every single bill and the bills that I passed, so full disclosure on everything that I've done. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can reach me at 801-901-3580. You can shoot me an email at jandereg@le.utah.gov. And as always, coming from the Utah State Capitol Complex, this is Senator Anderegg saying, catch you next time.